Hello everyone, my name is Lucifer and welcome to Picta Mori. This is a game depicting, I believe, the horrors of AI generating either art or human faces and taking it too far, which I thought was a very interesting and very cool concept to have in a horror game because of the recent talks about AIs being too good at art and not crediting artists or stuff like that. There's a whole controversy between AI art and face generation and stuff like that. So I thought that this was just a really cool concept of a game. And I also believe that Picta Mori, from a loose understanding of Latin, means death painting or picture death, something like that. Something with death and something with painting or picture. And if you are an artist watching this video right now, then don't look away, delete this video from your browser history because this video might shake your very soul, your very artistic bones to your very, very artistic core. So, that being said, let's play the game. Why not? Hee hoo ha ha hee hoo ha. I think it's like a visual novel style game, kind of. I'm not quite sure. But I guess we're gonna find out with a door because doors are cool. You hear that, everyone? Doors are cool. Is that a voice? No. That's just pure terror. We're going towards a door, just like we always wanted to, right, guys? We all wanted to go towards doors. Oh, boy. Miss Greenwood. Yeah, that's me, definitely. Yeah. Oh, wow, that is me. Oh, it's a girl. Okay. Miss Greenwood, are you? Oh, I'm the therapist. Of course. Time to ravage your mind. Are you okay? I come back from my thoughts and see Emma staring at me from the other side of the room. She looks worried. It's raining. I close the window and sit down on my chair. Sorry, I was miles away, I reply and give her a smile. She frowns, probably figuring out that I was forcing it. Wait, am I the therapist or am I the girl? Is there a therapist? I don't know what's happening. I'm assuming right now. Emma comes here more often now. Since her classmate Alex died in a car accident 2 months ago, we talk for an hour every week. I serve her homemade cookies and tea. She chooses peppermint each time. Says it calms her mind. Its distinctive aroma fills the room and covers the scent of lavender that I use. She suffers from panic attacks, which have gotten much worse due to the accident. Her mother died in a car crash when Emma was only 6 years old. Emma takes a sip from the cup. She does it so delicately, like a duchess. The rain continues pitter-pattering against the glass. She looks out the window. I wish I had tea. I mean, I could go make one right now, but we gotta keep up the what's it called? The ambiance, the gripping narrative, the interest, your interest. That's right. You should keep on watching this, and like and share and everything. Yes. Dad's dating again. She's picking me up today. She pauses and keeps her face turned away from me, though I can hear how she's chewing her lower lip. Do you like her? Do you not? Should I pull out the sniper? Dad seems happy. Push it. How do you feel about her? She didn't try to hug me the first time we met. That's a plus, she chuckles dryly. Okay, so she didn't like her that much. We're supposed to go to a picnic today, all three of us. Are you sad it's raining? Are you glad it's raining? Dad's been planning this for a whole week. He will be disappointed. We're talking about you. You gotta open up yourself. Your dad and everything's important, but that's just a way of trying to not put your opinion there because, your opinion does matter. How about you? Emma wraps both of her hands around the warm cup. Her lower lips is twitching as she struggles against the tears. I don't know. I feel like I should push it because it is important to get that out of you. But I also think it's very important to let things go, come back another time. Talking about things doesn't always happen instantly. Sometimes it takes a very long time. And can I save? There's no save feature. Can I? I'm gonna push it just because. I don't know. Should I? I'll push it. I really want to let it go. Because that's what I would do. But let's do it. Emma. Tears start to drip down on Emma's rosy cheeks. She holds the cup tight like it would fall any moment. He tries so hard to fill the empty space. She pauses and tries to pull herself together. Give her a tissue, Give her a tissue. She needs a tissue right now. Emma releases her right hand from the cup and takes the tissue. She brings it forth to her eyes to dry her tears. I know he means good, but he just doesn't seem to get it, why it always seems so distant to them. There was this Jeanette Dad was seeing a couple of years ago. She was very affectionate, but not annoyingly so. I kept telling Dad that she was too good for him. Her perfume reminded me of summer. It was similar to what my mom would use. Emma looks down to her cup and smiles a little bit. It was like I got a small piece of mom back. She sniffles quietly and Grace's tears fall from her cheeks. We were going to spend the Christmas day together. I got her a tea mug with butterflies on it. She texted Dad just a couple of days after, and I haven't seen her since. She never called me or anything. Each time I found someone I like, they disappear. I just don't want to get hurt anymore. I'm a coward. She sobs and hides behind the tissue paper. I don't think this is a perfect moment to give a solution. I think you need to work it up a little bit. I think I need to... I don't know if encourage is the correct word here. I think I would console her. Encouraging her would mean probably telling her that everyone's going to leave her, which, no, they won't. Hopefully, I don't know. You don't seem like a coward to me, Emma. I talk gently and smile to her. You have shown great courage in coming to speak with me. You know what, that is true. Talking about things is a big thing. Whether it feels like it or not. Talking about something like that, something like this, or anything with your feelings is very strong and important. And if you've done that, that's a very good thing. And yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah. Emma blows her nose quietly, leans back to the chair and takes a deep breath. Her eyes have turned red. Tea's gone cold. She laughs with relief. No, it hasn't. If you blow tea hard enough, it becomes hot. At least that's what Popeye told me, or Tom and Jerry, one of those. I replied to her with a chuckle and put my notes down. There's plenty left. You're always welcome to stop by it for a cup. Okay. Is this like a proper session, or is she just talking to like a neighbor? I mean, there was notes, so maybe it's like a proper session. I don't know. Thanks you, Miss Greenwood. She smiles shyly and hands me over the cup. I reach to take the cup from her and put it down next to mine on the table. It's always a pleasure to talk with you. Send my regards to your dad, okay? I will. Alright. Hope you don't get lost on the way home. If you see a clown with balloons, run away from it. Actually, don't run away because it's going to drag you down the drain. The rain has gotten worse when I start heading back home from the gym. I live quite close to the city center, so I'm used to walking everywhere. So we're still the therapist? I'm confused now. It could be a different person. With just a couple of blocks left, I hear my phone buzzing in my bag. Curious to see who would message me this late, I pick up my phone. Is it Emma? Is it Emma? Is she okay? I believe this game is like a detective kind of game. I'm not quite sure. I feel like it is because I remember reading about it being some sort of like figuring out what happened. I could be wrong though. It's from Lizzie. I was with her at the gym. Some creep was staring at you at the lobby and left right after you, checking if you're alright. Zoe. I know it's XO, but Zoe is cooler. Or it could be XD. Shivers run down my spine, and I almost drop the phone. Without stopping, I glance quickly behind me. This could be a prank. I suspect it's a prank. Oh, never mind! Oh god, never mind! You don't want to see that when you're walking home. Oh my gosh. A tall, broad-shouldered person is following me. Likely a man, although I can't see the features well. Due to the rain, I haven't been able to hear the sound of footsteps. I don't hear them as well. Oh no, now he has a whole creepy band with him. With my hands shaking from the cold and terror, I text her back. I'm followed home. I'm followed almost home, called police. Quick message, gets out the stuff that you need to get out. I switch the GPS on before I stuff my phone back in the bag. She thinks quickly. I'm assuming I'm the therapist, and I think the therapist was a she, so she thinks quickly, so good for her. I go through my options. I could try to run straight to the door, or I could try to lose him midst the buildings. I'm going to rush. Oh, both are terrible options. Running towards him might probably scare him away because I don't think he would expect that. What would you guys do? I don't know. I think rushing to the door is good. But I think try to losing it. See, both of I'm running both situations in my head, and rushing to the door, my keys could fall down, and I won't be able to open the door because come on, it's a horror game. 2, the dude like if I try to lose him, and I think I lost him, and then I'm gonna like walk to the door, and then he's gonna come out of nowhere. He's been waiting for me the whole time. So both are very bad options, very bad outcomes. Oh no, I'm gonna try losing him. I take a swift turn to the closest alley on my left, and quicken my steps. To my horror, I see my pursuer speeding up to a jog and heading after me. Run straight! Get as much distance as possible! My heart is pounding as I scamper through the alleys. The sound of my boots is echoing from the walls surrounding me. Turn right! Sure, why not? I dare not to look behind. Look behind you! You need to know where they are! I must keep going. You know, all this is gonna end up in like him giving her like handbag or like a handkerchief that fell down. I bet. Run straight. Oh no. Oh no. Someone is calling, but I can't stop now. Just a few more turns, and I'll get my door. Turn left. My ears are ringing. Feels like my heart is bursting through my chest. Just a little bit further. I don't want to go in the dark. I'm gonna turn left. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, this is very bad. This is horribly. Don't run. Just don't do anything. That's not a good sound. Unless you find a vending machine, and then that's a great sound. But that sounds like a horrible sound. Or did it go in my door? Oh. Are you okay? Did she have like PTSD from someone following her from like the past, and then that's why they're, doing that? The police couldn't find a single trace of the man, but they promised to go through surveillance cameras in case they had caught him on those. I just suspect that there was no actual man over there, and she probably had like a bad experience with someone following her, or something happened to her, and that's why she imagined someone. Maybe. It could have been real. It could be a literal demon shadow person following her, but Lizzie and I described him as best as we could, and they assured me that they would be in touch should they find a fitting suspect. Lizzie stayed overnight, and the next one, I was sorry to see her leave, but she promised to call me as often as she could. I hated myself for abandoning the children, but I just couldn't leave the apartment. I could barely look at the front door without feeling sick. Abandoning the children? What? Does she mean like her job? Dad stopped a few times to bring me groceries and watch TV together. He loves old kung fu movies. It was nice to have him around. That's right, Karate Kid for the win. He told me, and Ip Man. He told me that he has quit drinking, but I could smell whiskey each time he hugged me on the front door before leaving. And each time he would ruffle my hair and say, "You'll be alright. You're a fighter. You're Jackie Chan." He's kept saying that ever since Mom died. Oh, this is Emma grown up. Oh, okay. Alright. What if this time Jackie won't make it? I asked him last night. He will always find a way. There could be a ladder just around the corner, he laughed. I hugged him for the second time and didn't let go. And once I lost sight of his car from the window, I let myself fall down on the floor and cried my heart out. Is it Emma? Is it being anonymous and mysterious on purpose, which is cool, I guess. Alright, you cool. Oh, I love the piano note at the very end. Do, 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 do. What was a few weeks felt like an eternity. It was good to be back at school. Okay, not grown up. It's just her normalness? Wait, but she said... No, wait, was she coming from a bar? Also, didn't her dad... didn't she say that... she left the kids alone? What is... who is this? I'm so confused. Everything was as before, except my greens, which the janitor forgot to water. Okay, so this is a therapist, but... So this is her office. Okay, got it. This makes a lot more sense. Miss Wood should get plastic instead. Easier to take care of, she said when we took the withered plants to the trash. She dropped my lavender-scented candle jar while picking up the dead golden pathos from the shelf. Its sturdy glass got barely scratched when it hit the floor with a strong impact. Good for the glass. It's not going to shatter next time. You should get rid of this foul thing before it gets you killed. She shook her head, horrified by the dent that appeared on the floor. It's not a dent, it's a dimple for the floor. It's just the floor's personality, okay? Emma and many others came for a visit during the day. She leaped into my arms and the moment I opened the door and broke into tears. Aww. She stayed for a tea and told me everything I had missed during my weeks of absence. According to her own words, she's doing just fine. Her father is still seeing Sana. The hilarious thing is Sana is currently an NPC in my D&D campaign. Oh, this is hilarious. I can no longer see this game in any other way other than inside D&D because there is a therapist in my D&D campaign because my players wanted one to be there. Oh, yeah, this is hilarious. I'm sorry. She told me about it before. Emma has apparently gotten along well with her. Sana is Finnish and has shown pictures of Lapland, where some of her family lives. That's really cool. I've always wanted to visit like Finland, Sweden, Norway, and all those places. Estonia. Yeah, that's really cool. She's promised to take Emma there someday to meet the real Santa Claus and his reindeer. Although Emma was sure she was just trying to tease her. No, there is an actual Santa Claus. Well, there is a post office for Santa Claus, not an actual Santa Claus, so you know. It was a relief to see Emma so happy, and I promised I could see her again soon once I get properly back on my feet. So Emma is like a kid, all right? Oh, so she's like she's a kid therapist. I forgot what they're called, but okay, this makes so much more sense. Okay, I got the game now. I know I'm dumb, guys. I'm sorry. I know I disappointed everyone today. I'm sorry. Oh, before I forget, she looks into her backpack and hands me over a beautiful tea mug with butterflies painted on the sides. I want you to have it, Miss Greenwood. I can't take it. It's your mom's. I mean, it's important to let go, but it's also important to hold on to those things as well. It's a whole limbo and it doesn't make sense, yes, but it's important to let go by accepting it. Oh, Emma, that's really kind, but I think you should keep it. I say softly. You don't like it? She seems a bit upset. Oh no, it's very lovely. I just think that you should give it to someone else. Does Sana like to drink tea? I'll ask her, Emma says quietly and puts the bucket. Oh no! Can I go back? I can't go back. Oh no. I know it's rude to not accept gifts sometimes, but like it's her mother passed away mother's tea cup. It should belong to her, right? Or the demon that's following me, you know, the shadow demon. By the afternoon, my desk was overflowing with cards and gifts from the children and the staff. That's good. That's great. I was getting ready to leave for the day when I heard a knocking on the door. Shadow demon, run away! Jump through the window now! It's open. I called out while packing my things. Oh no! Oh. I'm sorry to bother. I'm sorry to bother so late, Miss Greenwood. I can come back tomorrow if you're just leaving. Oh, it's quite all right, Samir. Please come on in. I wish him welcome and offer him a seat. Samir was one of Alex's closest friends. Samir visited me a few times after the accident, but I haven't talked with him since. Would you like something to drink? I've got tons of chocolate if you want some. No, I'm fine. Thank you, he says. Samir walks in and closes the door behind him. He seems really anxious. How can I help you? I asks, keeping a little distance from him. You know what? Speaking of beverage, I'm going to go and make some tea because my throat's dying already. All right, you all take a tea break as well, or coffee, or beetle juice if you have it, and if you're cool with it. All right, see you guys in a bit. Oh my god, I am so stupid. I am so goddamn stupid. You guys will not believe what I just did. I am so freaking stupid. So when I went to pour the water into my cup, I held the cup upside down. But I got tea. So, hey, that's great. I just had to clean up a lot of water. Oh god, okay. Here we go. Have tea. Nice and hot tea. This is great. How can I help you? I ask, smiling, keeping a little distance from him. I don't know how to say this. He pauses, but it's been haunting me for months now. Samir takes his phone and turns its screen towards me. Oh, why? Why? It's a picture of Alex. Look. Burn it! It's a phone, so it's a Samsung phone, so just wait until it explodes. I feel nauseous as I close my eyes and try to shake it off, but Alex's empty stare has burned into my mind. Put that away, please. Samir follows my request immediately by taking his phone down to his side. God, why would you show me that? Who took it? The police? Where did you even get that? A flood of questions rushes out of my mouth. You won't believe this, but Alex sent it to me only one day before the accident. Oh, it's gonna be like Corpse Factory. I keep making the mistake even after I finish the game. It's gonna be like Corpse Factory. Ooh. How is that even possible? Why would Alex do something like this? Photoshop himself like that? My head keeps feeling... It's Corpse Girl! She's alive! Whoa! Everyone go watch that series. It's a really cool game. Oh, yes. It's not photoshopped, Miss Greenwood. Allow me to explain. Uh-huh. We know better. We know the truth, don't we, guys? It's Corpse Girl. She's alive. Alex and I used to read scary stories. Ones that we found on the internet. One night, Alex came across the site called Picta Mori. It's basically American Corpse Girl. She moved to America. Noriko moved to America. And yeah. Oh no, it's not Noriko. It's Kojiro. He moved to America, probably. It's one of these AI image generators where artificial intelligence would create a picture based on your description. According to the site, according to the scary story, if you should enter your own name as a text prompt and send it to the AI at exactly 3 a.m., AI produces a picture of how you would die, Samir explains calmly. It quickly becomes an online dare among young people. Shockingly, there are lots of evidence on how the predictions have come true. It's almost like this is the game telling us this premise of this game. Believe him, sure, believe him. Totally, unquestionably believe him, because that's what true horror things in movies have to happen. Don't question people who say that there are demons in their closet. Believe them. Burn the closet. Buy a new one. I knew Samir wasn't the kind of person who would tell a lie, especially when it was about his friend. Oh! I need to sit. My head hurts. I let myself drop on the chair, while the lights in the room dazzle my eyes. Oh my gosh. This is a bit too much. I'm terribly sorry, Miss Greenwood. I just couldn't keep this to myself anymore. He looks down. Comfort him! Don't... Oh no, it's... Okay. Oh, whoa. I'm just... Miss Greenwood? Miss Greenwood! I can hear Samir's calming voice as he calls an ambulance until everything goes silent. I don't think a voice can be calming if they're very anxious. I mean, I guess they can. My voice is horrible. I wouldn't know. Do you have any plans for the weekend? Why are you stealing my lines? I don't know yet. That is also my line. I heard Susan is holding a party. I'm talking to a literal star. Yeah. You're not going? Did the star just move? No, it didn't. I don't know yet. It could be fun. It could if you would just stop blinking like that. Maybe. Gonna sip my tea. That's a lot of light. Very bright. Much green, very bright. It's a hospital. Yeah, I woke up at the central hospital just a couple of hours after the paramedics had brought me in. Knowing my condition, the doctor wanted to keep in monitors overnight. So she has a condition. Okay, interesting. Hospitals have always made me anxious, and staying in for the night felt much like a death sentence to me. Luckily, the room they gave was an unoccupied, and after the supper, I was tired enough to fall asleep quickly. The next evening, I was allowed to leave after the checkup. The doctor encouraged me to call someone to take me back home. Let's call Lizzie, because she was there. Oh, she won't answer, will she? Because she'll be busy. Lizzie the busy. Dad the lad. Hero Brian the cool O'Brien. This is not suspicious in any way. Wanker! Arseholes! I shouldn't be allowed to drive in the traffic. I can speak, okay? Don't question my speaking existence. I can speak. Lizzie has the looks of a saint, but she swears like a trooper. How was your day? Okay, so it's British now. I'm going to switch accents. If people skipped ahead and now you're hearing and now you're listening to me saying a British accent, you need to watch the whole video, okay? It was a disaster, Lily complains bitterly. I made an ass of myself. What happened? Lizzie sighs heavily. The kids were being obnoxious. Alright, yeah. She shakes her head in disgust. I thought I had planned the perfect lesson. But they just wouldn't listen. She lost control. Lizzie gives me a look that equals parts exasperated and irritated. Of course I did! A therapist being a therapist in a car. And what did you do? I asked gently. She is therapizing them. I told them to shut up. Did you apologize to them? I press her. I'm not even being given the options to do this now. Wow. Liz shakes her head firmly. No, I'm not sorry. I meant every word. Then you'll learn something valuable today. You can only take action when you're calm and collected. Who says that? Rumble in Bangkok, 1977. Oh, bug off, Ned. We look at each other shortly and start laughing. No, look at the road, please. Look at the road. We don't know when the broad-shouldered man is gonna come by. That's Kojiro, isn't it? The broad-shouldered man is Kojiro, definitely. It's so good to have your sense of humor back, Lizzie exclaims. Well, don't get used to it. What do you mean? Lizzie looks at me strangely. You know what? I guess it's good to be honest. Or Lizzie is actually Noriko. We don't know this. Oh, this could be bad. What the? You got cancer? Okay, this I was not expecting. Oh no. Lizzie stops laughing. What? Where? She gasps. Up in the think box, I answer plainly. I was diagnosed back in June. So enjoy my company while you can. Oh my god! She exclaims. Yeah, I know. Are you going to die? It's too early to say for sure, but the doctor said the chances are 50-50. Screw. That's terrible. I'm really sorry. That's okay. That's the opposite of okay, idiot! She shouts and hits the steering wheel. What about chemo? I'm going to try the conventional treatment first, which consists of radiation and chemotherapy. If that doesn't work, then we'll talk about surgery. Do you want me to come with you to hospital, love? Yeah. Alright, company would be nice. That'd be great, I respond. I'd feel more comfortable if you were there. Lizzie nods and looks down on the road ahead. If this is gonna be some sort of like yourself talking to you and talking about how bad you are, that kind of situation happening in the game, then it's probably gonna be Lizzie coming by, Lizzie's apparition, and say that I was so selfish. I'm thinking of the story. It has started to snow. It has started to snow. We're both silent for a moment. It sounds weird, but if you could look to the future, how you die, would you do it? No, absolutely not. I hate death. Would you? I don't know. Maybe. If you knew what your death was going to, if your death was going to look like, it might make things easier for you. That's very debatable. I guess it depends on the person. For some, it would be easier, but it would change your life quite a bit. Even if it would be easy or hard for you, you would change a little bit. You would be, I guess, in some cases, be less caring about things, about yourself. Maybe even be too careful. Yeah, some people would try to live for their fullest. You, as a person, as a being who doesn't really think about death too much, like not all of us think about death all the time, because it's something that'll happen, but it'll only happen until at the very unexpected moments, So we don't really think about it that much. So knowing about it, it would change us, and yeah. I don't know. Again, I don't know where I was going with that. I doubt it. What if it was all going to end tomorrow, and you had a chance to spend your last day alive doing whatever you wanted? I'd probably sleep until noon and then go out for lunch. You know what? That is true. That is, that's honestly the best thing you can do. Just get some sleep. Sleep is like arguably one of the best things out there. So get some sleep. Ask her out. I had a feeling that there was some chemistry here. All right, let's ask her out. Is it a date? What? Your last day on Earth. Could we at least have a dinner together? Sure, she answers without hesitation. Can you tell me what will happen after that? I'll show you. She smirks and pulls the car over. Oh ho ho! Oh ho ho ho! Oh ho ho! Just sipping my tea. Yeah, nothing happened there. They just stopped and looked at the scenery. Yeah. Have you decided yet? I think I'll be going. That's wonderful. I'm really proud of you. Dad didn't take it well though. We usually play tennis together on Fridays. Remember that you have rights to do your own choices. He says house parties are a waste of time. Talk to him. He was once your age too. I doubt that. I thought all dads were just born at the age of 40. Alex? She's going to put her name in the site, isn't she? So she can find out how she actually dies. And then it's not going to be through cancer. Or it's either going to be that, or it's going to be with the cancer. And she's going to radically change her life. Wow, okay. I should have listened to my dad. Should you though? Should you really? What's wrong? What happened? Cancer! That happened. I made my choice, just like you told me to. And look what it did to me. Oh, is she talking? Alex, where are you? I can't see you. No, Alex was the other person, right? I'm right here, Miss Greenwood. What is happening? What? Look at me! Okay! No, please! No! I wake up covered in sweat and with an incredible headache. Aww. Their night went great. That's all I'll say. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Lizzie is sleeping soundly next to me, like nothing happened. I kiss her on the forehead before I get down out of bed quietly and put on my dressing gown. I look for the painkillers on the nightstand. The alarm clock glows its gloomy green light. At I didn't see the time. I think this is 3:45. Close enough. I grab my pills and swallow them down without water. They get stuck in my throat and make me cough. Lizzie stirs, but she doesn't wake up. My stomach feels queasy and my head keeps pounding until the painkillers start working. Only 15 minutes left. Yeah, she's going to put her name in the thing. It's 2:45 then. There's an eerie silence in my apartment. I feel scared every time I hear a noise outside. I want to go back to sleep, but I can't stop thinking about the cursed website. What if it's true? What if I could know what will be the end of me? And what if knowing it scares me so much that it makes things worse? A wave of panic washes over me, and I sit on the edge of the bed, gripping my knees while I watch the clock. Less than 10 minutes now. I take deep breaths and squeeze my eyes shut. I picture myself lying on a hospital bed with my head shaven and tubes attached everywhere. I need to know. Were those in-game sounds? Those tap taps? Yeah. I have to find out. I quietly go to the living room where my laptop is. My hands are shaking as I open the lid. Is it really going to help? Would knowing my fate make things better or worse? Will it change anything? I can't just choose not to know. I open the browser and type the address into the search bar. Did they give it? Oh, wow. That's a face. I open the webpage and there's a warning. That's a face. That's a very face. This website contains material which may be inappropriate to for some users. Do you wish to proceed? Yes. I click yes and the text fades away and a new window opens. In the middle of the screen is a form I have to fill in. It's the human removal service. It's Kojiro. It's Kojiro. According to Samir's explanation, all I need to do now is to write my name and wait until the clock is exactly 3 a.m. I take a deep breath and begin typing my full name. That's loud, bad noises. Listen to the noises. Badness everywhere. When I finish, I close my eyes and try to relax. The next thing I know, the clock says 3 a.m. I press enter and wait. I'm waiting. Please. Oh, nothing out there. Well, it's all debunked. Let's go to Mythbusters. Let's debunk everything and bring down the whole internet. Here we go. The internet is a lie. What you're watching is a lie right now. I am a lie. Everything is a lie. Do not believe it. Do not believe anything anymore. The internet is fake. The AI is fake. Everything is fake. I checked the time again. 3:01 a.m. Still nothing. I'm starting to think there's no way this works. Maybe I've made a mistake somewhere. I'm sure I typed my name correctly. I refresh the page. I refresh the page. A picture of a woman appears on the screen. Her eyes are closed and there's a gaping wound on her forehead that has spilled a pool of blood beside her. The resemblance is remarkable. My heart beats faster. I lean closer to the screen. It's definitely me. My chest tightens. I can't breathe. I try to move my mouse to close the window, but my hands won't obey. I keep staring at the picture of me, and I can't tear my gaze away. I'm terrified. I don't understand it. Why would this be me? How did they get a picture of me? No. Something isn't right. There's a high-pitched ringing in my ears and my vision starts to blur. I can barely see the screen anymore. I shake my head to clear it and close my eyes. That horrible image flashes through my mind and makes me feel nauseous. My head feels like someone is twisting a knife inside of it. It's getting alive. Oh no. Please make it stop. That's a loud scream. I cry out loud and desperately throw my laptop aside. It crashes against the floor and the monitor turns off. Well, now the whole neighborhood's awake. Oh boy. Someone's gonna be in the mirror, isn't it? Malin? Lizzie rushes into the living room and switches the lights on. What's wrong? She shouts and comes over to the couch. Something bad, I gasp and lean on her. I saw a picture of me. That's not that bad. I explain everything to Lizzie. I tell her about my dream and the website and she listens without saying a word. Lizzie tries to comfort me by stroking my hair while I keep crying against her shoulder. I feel weak and exhausted. She brings me a glass of cold water and places it on my lips. And we sit there together in silence, watching the minutes tick away. Well, at least she had Lizzie. I think regardless of what was going to happen, I think Lizzie was going to be here either way. Because options were let it slip or ask her out. And I think let it slip would have come to the same conclusion. So Lizzie was going to be here either way. When I come around, it's morning already. I curl up in a ball on the couch and try to ignore the throbbing in my temples. My laptop lies broken on the carpet, reminding me of what happened last night. Lizzie comes from the kitchen carrying a tray with coffee and toast. Tea and toast best! I nod numbly, and take a sip of bitter liquid. Is it that bad? She asks, looking worried. I shake my head. No, it's just... She sits next to me and rests her cheek on my shoulders. I feel her warm fingers caressing my wrist. You'll be okay, she whispers. No, sorry. You'll be okay. Her touch calms me down a little bit. I wrap my arms around her and rest my head on the crook of her neck. Aw, that's really sweet. I'm sorry I woke you up, I whisper. Don't worry about it. She strokes my hair softly and kisses my forehead. She promises to give me a lift later back to school to pick up my things left there. Oh, she's a school counselor or like a school therapist. Okay. It's almost noon before I finally force myself back on my feet. Lizzie drives me to the school entrance and she says she'll be waiting for me until I'm done. I'm gonna see the broad-shouldered man and I'm gonna see the demon, aren't I? Oh no. Since it's Saturday, I have to call the janitor to let me in. I believe schools are open on weekends as well because teachers usually have work, right? But yeah. You keep peely wally or you're feeling alright? I managed to a weak smile. Yeah, I'm okay. I guess I wasn't sleeping well. She gives me a sympathetic smile and gestures to get inside as she unlocks the door. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's cool that they have like sound effects and stuff. Like I've been really getting into like fictional podcasts, like At the Edge of Sleep, Borrasca, Those are good ones if you guys want to check them out. And I really like how so much can be done with sound. Just sound has so much meaning behind it. Like sound can set tones. Sound can really make things feel differently. You know, depending on what kind of music and sound is used. It's really cool. I put down the bag containing my belongings on my desk. I sit down on my chair and to take a little rest before heading back when the door suddenly opens. I thought I heard someone here. A middle-aged man leans into the room. Do you teach here? He asks me. No, I say quickly and stand up. Oh, sorry, it's supposed to be British. He looks at me suspiciously. I'm sorry for interrupting your work. He smiles politely, but his eyes are piercing like needles. I work as a psychologist here. Is there something I could... Psychologist! That was the word! I might have said it at some point, but I forgot the word psychologist. Is there something I could help you with? I smile back to him. I'm looking for my son's locker. His voice sounds strained. What grade is he in? He was. Third year of high school, he says slowly. He died a few months back. You must be Alex's father, I ask. I'm terribly sorry for your loss. He nods again. Yes, that's right. You know my son? You could say that. I give him a small smile. The man walks to my desk and offers me his hand. I'm David, he says. I shake his hand. Malin, pleased to meet you. He has a strong grip. So you've been talking with my son, he asks me. Truth is probably better. His son is deceased. I don't know how patient doctor confidentiality works after the patient is dead. I believe it after a period after death, the files can be seen by anyone else. I think. Could be wrong. I'm gonna say tell the truth is because that's usually the best way to deal with this in games, at least. Well, in real life too. Sometimes it's good to be honest, but this is also, if he was alive, probably not best to talk about it. Yes, he stopped by a few times. Thank you for taking care of him. He was such a polite young man, I tell him honestly. What did he tell you about me, he asks. His voice shaking. I think telling a white lie is best. Because I don't think either he regrets what he said or done in the past. I'll say a white lie. He said he loves you very much, and that you were always there for him. His face turns pale and he looks away from me. I think I should have told the actual truth because I think he'd realize I was lying, maybe. Well, not lying, it's a white truth. I'm about to talk to him when my phone starts to ring. I'm sorry, I'll get this real quick. David waves slightly for a response and walks from the desk. I reach into my bag. The call comes from a restricted number. Hello. This is the Assistant Commissioner Scully speaking. Is Malin Greenwood on the phone? My heart begins to race. Yes, I answer, my voice breaking. Malin, is everything all right? Yes, I'm fine. I forced myself to sound calm. Sorry, it's Scully. No, Scully's a gender neutral name, I think. We got news concerning your report from the last month. We found footage of the person you were looking for. Yes? We're sending you a copy of what we found. Perhaps you could help us to recognize a suspect. Okay. Are the police allowed to just send photos of people like that? I freeze. There's no denying it. The person on the picture is David. Who was David again? I've completely forgotten. Was it the father? Was it... Oh, it was this dude! This dude! The dude here. I gasp out and look up. David is standing next to me, standing next to the shelf on the opposite side of the room. Malin, is something wrong? Yes, that tapestry looks really pretty, I try to speak calmly. Do you require emergency assistance? Please, I would love that. I laugh and keep my eyes on David. Are you in immediate danger? Absolutely. I'd love to order 5 rolls. I lean over the desk and close my eyes for a second. My pulse is beating so fast I can feel it rip through my fingertips. I can't English. Understood. Officers are on the way. Please don't hang up. Thank you, I reply and place the phone on the chair without ending the call. Alex told me a lot of things about you, David says without turning around me. Did he? I turn my head to look at him and force a smile. He always spoke so highly of you, he continues. He was an excellent student. I tried to sound neutral. He was smart and funny. He told me how you encourage him to stand his ground. I tried to give him confidence, but I also wanted him to make sure he had a safe space where he could express all his feelings. Oh, God. Oh, no. And what makes you think he didn't feel safe at his home? David asks me quietly, but I can sense suppressed anger in his voice. Maybe he was afraid that if he talked, then people who loved him wouldn't be willing to listen. You mean his own father? His voice is low. I'm so sorry for your loss, David. Ow! I didn't even press anything, I just went away. What happened to my son was your fault! David growls in anger. I open my mouth to respond, but then stop. If he would have listened to me, he would still be alive. I know, I whisper. I'm so sorry, David. You should be, he shouts. Is this where she dies or something like that? I can see the emergency lights reflecting from the window next to me before they go off. Please, David, let me go. You can't bring him back. My voice trembles. David turns to me and steps closer to me. He's holding my candle jar in his right hand. You let him die. He went out and got killed because of you. His arms are shaking. Play more time. Running to the door is a bad idea. David, I whisper, don't do this. He was my only son. David's voice is breaking. Please, let me go. You will pay for his death. David snarls at me. David grabs my wrist and pulls me close to him. The sound of shattering glass echoes in the room, and I fall. I'm staring at the ceiling. I feel something warm running across my cheek. I try to reach it, but I can't move a muscle. I hear footsteps approaching. Two silhouettes appear around me. Can you hear me? A gentle voice asks. I try to blink, but I can't manage to do so. It's okay. Stay still. Another voice says. Another silhouette appears right above me. I hear Lizzie's voice crying and calling for me, but I can't make out her words anymore. I'm tired. I want to sleep. Ah. Okay. She was shot by the police probably, or no. Was she shot because the glass shattered? Yeah, okay. No, I don't know if there was a bullet wound in the image. Was there? I don't remember. It's been a cloudy day since November, but the sun on New Year's Day is shining brightly. The rays of sunlight are like a warm greeting from heaven. The fresh air of this winter morning feels warm. I walk along a familiar path through the cemetery and kneel next to the grave. We're probably playing Lizzie now. I dust the snow off the headstone and press my hand gently against a small bronze angel sculpture fixed into the front side of the stone. Happy New Year, Mom, I tell her with a smile. Oh, she lives! Does Alex live? After cleaning up the grave, I continue walking towards the center to the graveyard. There's one more. Oh, okay, so this is Lizzie, okay. Once I approach the grave, I notice a familiar figure standing beside it. Her long red hair is blowing in the wind. She looks like an angel in her white winter coat. That's probably going to be Emma. She turns around at the sound of my footsteps and smiles sadly. I remember you. Oh, so we're playing Emma. Okay. I remember you from the funeral. Emma, right? Yeah. You're here for Malin, aren't you? I nod. I should probably go. I don't want to bother you too. She smirks and walks away without waiting for an answer. Oh no, wait! I shout and run after her. You can stay if you like to. It's okay. Woman smiled and stands there looking at me. I feel a little embarrassed. Thank you. No. Thank you, she says softly. I'm Elizabeth, but you can call me Lizzie. We shake hands. Her hand feels warm despite the cold weather. Nice to meet you, Lizzie. We walk back to the grave together. I miss her. I miss her, Lizzie whispers. Me too, I reply. Did you know her well? I look up to see her and tears glistening in her eyes. Yes, we were really close, she answers. Like friends? More than that, She smiles at me. I loved her. I just wish I could have told her how much. Why didn't you tell her all your feelings? She would have wanted to hear it. Because... Lizzie pauses and takes a deep breath. Because I've always been afraid of losing her. I'm a coward like that. You don't seem like a coward. You have shown great courage in coming to speak with me. That sounds like something she'd say. Lizzie laughs. Emma's going to become a psychologist as well. She's going to follow Lizzie's footsteps. Or at least I'm going to imagine that. I'm glad I met you today, Emma. She says eventually. Likewise. Say goodbye to her for me. Lizzie says and starts walking away from me. I watch her until she disappears among the trees and reach into my bag to take out the butterfly tea mug. When I place it carefully on the snow right next to the headstone, a sudden breeze picks up and plays with my hair for a brief moment. To new beginnings, I whisper in the wind. Okay. Picta Mori. Probably death photo. That's probably the meaning behind that. Or photo of death or something like that. That was pretty cool. I do wish though that there was more about the AI thing. It was a great story, but I feel like, the main point of the game was the death image, and I feel like there should have been more about that, but I still feel like it was pretty well done. I love the sounds and music used in it. It was, it really brought in the environment together. Oh, that's such a cool rendition. I think this is probably like an AI cub, isn't it? AI generated image. It could be a real one. I don't know. Probably not. It didn't seem fully real. But I think that was a beautiful story. I just wish there was more to the... Yeah, I think it was like a head wound or I don't know, something like that. Because of that. I could be wrong. But that was great. That really was super great. And we got to relive Corpse Factory once more. That's awesome. Love that. Corpse Factory was a great game. You guys should definitely watch it. Wish it was much longer, because I think just that was a cool vibe of the game. Everything had that kind of like 8-bit retro feeling to it, and also there was that really cool story. I think the characters were well done. I think overall it was a super nice story, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it with me. And yeah, it was just great. I was intrigued because of the name of the game, and I still think it's really awesome. Picta Mori, very very cool. That being said, I'm gonna end the video over here. If you want to see more of a story like this, check out Corpse Factory. Great game. I'll link it in the description if you guys want to check it out. And well, if you're an artist and watching this, well, the AI is gonna get you. They're gonna draw a rendition of you in your final moments, and they're gonna be all over you. You better watch out. You better be on the move and on the run now. Oh boy. But that being said, thank you all for so much watching. I hope you enjoyed this. It was a great little game. And take care of all of you. Goodbye. Game end. Oh. Who knew?